Stay fresh music.
Yo, so what's going on guys, it's your boy LaazrGaming. Welcome back to another GTA 5 video. So as I'm sure most of you guys are aware, for the last 2 weeks Rockstar Games have been rolling out some epic money promotions, and during that promotion I managed to bag myself a very nice $12 million, and I did actually do a full breakdown guide on the best way to be grinding those businesses, and going off the feedback it seems like it helped a load of you guys during the process. However, that promotion has now ended and Rockstar Games have now updated a new promotion that you guys can earn some very good money from. However, I do know a load of you guys are really confused on what is the best way to grind money with this new promotion, and Rockstar Games are basically offering double money and double RP on all stunt races, and I know a ton of you guys are confused on what is the best race to do, as there's so many different races. Is it time based? Does it matter on the amount of laps? Does it matter on the amount of players? Does it matter on the class of car we choose? So I thought I'd go ahead and break down how to maximize these stunt races to make the most amount of money, so you guys can earn some very nice money, as well as having a bunch of fun during the next week or so during this promotion. Because as you guys can see in the background, these stunt races won't feel like you're actually grinding money because they're so goddamn fun to do, but if you guys can earn some very good money and RP whilst doing them, then it's a win-win situation in my mind. And I literally have been grinding these out for the last 2 days, trying to work out all of the different factors and how to maximize the money, which at least took me 8 hours to do. So all I ask, if this video does help you out in any way, shape or form, to drop a like down below. If you guys are new around here, also do feel free to subscribe if you guys are new. Without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so it is worth mentioning that Rockstar Games are currently offering double money and double RP on every single stunt race in GTA 5 Online, and coming from someone who's actually been smashing these races out for the last 24 hours, these new races are extremely sick and unique. Rockstar Games have definitely gone all out of these races, and even if you guys are like me and you're not the biggest racer in GTA 5, still go ahead and give them a go, because it's double money and RP, so you're going to be losing out on nothing. Now, a massive misconception I've seen a ton of people having is that certain races will pay more than other races, and this isn't true. Every single stunt race works out exactly the same, and it's all determined by the time spent in the race. So in basic terms, the race will increase every 2 minutes spent in the race. So if you guys finish the race under 2 minutes, you'll get different payment if you used to finish it over 4 minutes, and likewise 6 minutes. However, the stunt races are capped at the 8-minute mark, which will earn you guys a very nice 33k for coming first. So there is absolutely no point spending more than 8 minutes in any race, because that is the max you guys will be receiving. Now, a lot of you guys might be like, Laser, I've been playing these stunt races for the last couple days, I've went over 8 minutes and I did not receive 33k. That is because there is another determined factor that work out your payouts, and that is the amount of players in the race. So you guys will be earning a small cash bonus for each player in the race. However, this is capped at 8 players, okay? So it's very important. If you guys have got 8 players, you might as well just kick the rest of the players, because they're not going to be bringing you in any extra money, and the chances of them fucking you up and messing up the whole race is more increased. So as you guys can see, the current race that I'm in, we've got over 10 members in the race, and that is pointless. I would have got exactly the same if I only had 8 members. So to make things very clear so you guys fully understand what I'm talking about, as you guys can see on screen, this race finished in just under 8 minutes. However, we had a minimum of 8 players in the race, so as you guys will see in just a second, when my friend won this race, he got a very nice 32k for coming first, and we only had 8 members in the race. However, going off the perception a lot of people have, in this race you can see we had 13 players, and the guy came first, only got 21k, so he ended up getting less money than my friend for racing against more players, which is obviously much more harder. So when you guys are setting up these races, and make sure you set them up in the right way, because if you guys are going to be missing out on like 10k every single race, after a few races, trust me, that shit can add up, especially if you guys like to do these in playlists like myself. You're talking about missing out on like an extra 100k, which is absolutely mind-blowing. And as I did mention, the race will also increase every 2 minutes spent in the game, so you guys can usually see when you're setting up the game how long each lap is. So I'll tell you whether it's 3 miles, 4 miles. So if you reckon one lap is going to be under 2 minutes, maybe always add an extra lap onto the race, because like I said, you guys are going to be practically losing out on nothing as long as you don't go over the 8-minute mark. Now of course, there is a bunch of different races. As you guys can see, I'm currently doing a motorbike race. These are my preferred races. I do fancy myself on the motorbike, currently undefeated. If you guys think you got what it takes, come and challenge me down low in the comment section. But as you guys can see, this guy set it up with like 7 laps because he thought they was going to be very short. So what he decided to do is put destroy last place on. This is a very handy feature to put on during the double money and RP, especially if you guys haven't played many stunt races and you don't know how long they're going to go on for, because in actual fact this would have took me over 10 minutes to complete 7 laps on this map, but because it's destroying everyone in last place, by the time it destroys second place it will just end the race and it will count as me and the guy behind me finishing in joint first. Now the reason why it's going to give us the joint first instead of letting me win, as you guys can see, I've held down first place for over 10 minutes in this race, yet it's going to give me joint first with the guy behind me because I wasn't able to finish the race. You have to finish the race in order to solidify your first place. That is only the case when you've got destroy last place on, which is kind of good, but it is kind of shitty because I kind of dominated this entire race and I'm sharing the exact same pay with the guy below me. But at the same time, it's also good because it probably saved me a bunch of time by just destroying everyone else behind me and by me not having to actually finish the race. So to make things much more clearer what I'm talking about, I'm going to fast forward this race because as I explained, I literally just held off first place for 10 minutes straight. So as you guys can see here, going into the final lap, the 7th lap, and I've spent over 10 minutes in this race. And like I said, those extra 2 minutes, I would have got the exact same if the race finished at 6 laps and I only spent 8 minutes, but this guy had no idea how he set up the race. And to be fair to him, there is no information out there explaining how to actually earn the highest payout, all the different factors that may affect it. So you can't really blame the hosts when they're setting up these races. And I've even asked a load of guys that I know play these races daily and they had a rough idea of how payouts work. However, they had no concrete information, hence the reason why I thought I'd have to whack this video up. But as you guys can see, I was in first place when the guy behind me ended up getting destroyed. I get a very nice $33,800. I was happy. It says I'm the winner, even though when it rolled down I said I was in second. But as you guys can see, when we get onto the leaderboard, the guy below me in second got exactly the same amount that I did, which is kind of bullshit, but at the same time is kind of good because if you have 2 of you who are really good at races, you'll both be able to earn some insane money at the same time rather than having a trade-off. So like I said, you guys can use your brain with this information, work out what suits you guys best to earn the highest payout, so you guys will always have the advantage over your opponents. Now, going off feedback from previous money guides, you guys seem to really appreciate when I give you guys a few tips and a few tricks that you can use while grinding these methods that might buy you guys a few seconds or give you that little slight advantage over your enemies. Now the first tip I'm going to give you guys is the first thing you guys just saw in this video. Always try and get boosts. These are a massive factor in these stunt races to get off to a good start, because when setting up the race I would always suggest you guys take slipstream and catch up off. Now the reason why I say that is because if you've got catch up on, the person that's in first place, in my personal opinion, should be first. They deserve to be first because they got out in front at the start. However, when you've got catch up on, the person who's out in first, their acceleration will start to drop massively, so they won't be able to hit full top speeds, basically allowing everyone else to catch up in the race, which in my personal opinion is just fake and it kind of ruins the game, especially if you've got someone in the race like you can see on screen who is absolutely determined to take you out and just be a trolling dickhead in the race. You do get a lot of these guys in a public session, so that is going to move straight onto my second point. When you're actually going to do these stunt races, I would suggest being in a free roam session and creating your own playlist and inviting people from there. What that will actually do is also give you guys a playlist bonus. It will save you guys a bunch of time in the voting menus, having to wait for people to join and leave. It will also allow you guys to remain hosts so you can set up the game how I explained earlier on in the video, and just basically saving you guys a shitload of headache so you don't have 20 players in your race trying to take you out every 2 seconds. So what I would actually suggest doing is using the comment section down below, leave your PSN or your gamer tag, what console you play on, and say willing to grind races, and just put together a nice little group of you guys to smash out a playlist of like 5 or 6 races so everyone can earn a very nice bit of money and you haven't got any trolls in your game, you have to rely on some random hosts. So do be sure to leave a comment down below, put together a nice little group of you guys to grind at these races. Seeing as the weekend is coming up in just a day as well, you guys will have the whole weekend to be grinding at this method. And it is also worth mentioning, if you guys are in need of a new vehicle for these races, Rockstar Games are also offering 25% discount on all of the items you can see on screen right now, so feel free to pause the video, have a look to see if there's anything you like the look of. Nonetheless, that's going to do it for me guys. Hopefully you do appreciate me fully breaking down how to maximize the most amount of money from these stunt races during double money and RP, as well as giving you guys a few tips and tricks to help you guys win. If you guys are still watching to this point, then you probably have enjoyed the video, it's helped you out in some way, shape or form. So all I ask is you return the favor by dropping a like down below, and if you guys are new around here, feel free to subscribe as I do post daily GTA 5 videos. Thanks a lot for watching guys, and go get paid.